Well, first of all, yesterday, my boots are on the ground at ground zero. Now, to hear the father over here and what he had to say, I went through it with 6 people in my command that never came back. I was hurt. I wear the scars forever. I have this brace where I almost lost my right foot and ankle, but if I had to do it all over again, I'd do it in a second. And I know his son would do the same thing. And for that reason, I want all the veterans that are here to hold their hand high. Anybody that served, hold your hand high. We thank you for your service to America, ladies and gentlemen that have served. Our country is great because of you and the people that came before you. And all our EMS, all our firefighters, all our police, all our active duty military are in our thoughts and prayers every day. I have a son who's in Afghanistan. He's a lieutenant colonel, brigade commander for the 3rd time. He's been to Iraq twice. What you've been hearing in some cases coming out of the military is not necessarily the truth. I talk to my son as often as I can hear from him. I will tell you this. They have the will and the knowledge and the dedication to destroy the enemy if we'll only let them do it. And I have a message for you, all of you from New York City. When I was standing at ground zero behind a sister of a fallen victim and a husband of a fallen wife, I got to be the last firefighter on the stage. As they brought up the American flag, the chiefs came up. I stood in that formation, the bagpipes came up, and when I got a chance afterwards to walk down and walk through the crowd, I have a message for you from New York. The message was plain and simple. We will never give in. We will never give up. Don't give up. Don't give in. Destroy the people that did this, and it's not over until the last person comes home.
Yes.
Woo! Now, one of the reasons that we're here today is it's the day after September 11, 2001. This is September the 12th, 2010. Where we have traveled and the path that our country has taken in those years has taken us in many different directions. But I submit to you, ladies and gentlemen of 13 Patriots and Tea Party Manatee with all your great yellow shirts, and the folks from Venice and the folks from Englewood that I met back there in the back, as well as a brother firefighter from the Fire Department of New York who, for some reason, drove away. He was here a little bit earlier, but I guess he just couldn't take the heat. But all of you, give yourself a great round of applause for coming out and being the core of America. And I salute and applaud every one of you. Now, I'm not sure if Danny Ballou is here, but I'm going to give you a little scoop. I interview a lot of politicians on a regular basis on the radio, national and local. I have a great rapport with Congressman Vern Buchanan, have had for years, enjoy the privilege. I met him when he was first starting out, and we all know how that election went in 2006 and so on. I asked Vern off the air, I said, if the Republicans take control of the Congress, what is it that you want to do the most? If you had a committee offered to you and we were going to be the chairman, what is it you'd want to do? Well, to the 100,000 of you who held up your hands, he wants to be the chairman of the Veterans Affairs Committee. Our congressman right here. Let me tell you something. As a veteran, as a fellow veteran, we couldn't ask for anything better in that respect. And one of the greatest honors that I had bestowed upon me, which is where I met the gentleman that spoke before me, Joshua's dad. Last year, Memorial Day, I was asked by the Sarasota Veterans Commission and National Cemetery to be the master of ceremonies for their Memorial Day celebration, which was the Sunday before the Monday. I never met such a more dedicated group of patriots, veterans, their families. The National Cemetery is 4.5 miles east on Clark Road, State Route 72. If you haven't been there, go there. Pay your respect to the Americans that have fallen, defending our freedoms, defending the right for me to stand here and talk to you, defending your right to be standing where you are, sitting where you are, being here today. You can go to an indigent funeral and find out what it's like. I attended one of those. They gave me the flag. He had no family. This Korean War veteran, he had no family. They gave me a flag. They asked me what I wanted to do with it. I said, I'm going to give it back to the cemetery. Every day that they have a service, you'll see all the flags flying along the road out there. One of those flags is the one I gave back, and you'll see other people that have done that. Now, we are the masters of our own fate. We are the captains of our own soul. Every one of you who is here today can make up your mind once and for all that come November 2nd, the makeup of the Congress of this country that has left us in the dust, that has forgotten about us, will be history. There will no longer be a Speaker Nancy Pelosi after that. There will be a Speaker by the name of John Boehner. And I can tell you that having talked to Congressman John Boehner when nobody knew who he was, when he was just a congressman in Ohio, he's one of the nicest people you'd ever want to talk to. The guy is one of us. Now, we cannot, as we go through the course of the election of 2010 and beyond, because the goal is not done yet. The prize is taking back the White House, amongst other things. We have a person who has allowed this country, under his watch, to suffer from the consequences of the absolute worst economy that we've seen since the Great Depression. This president that we have has never hired anybody. He's never fired anybody. He doesn't know what a bottom line is. He was a community organizer. I could be a community organizer, but I run a small business. And as a result of running a small business, those of you that do that, we have the health care law that got passed recently. How many here don't want it? All right. Okay. 70% of the country, over 70% of Florida, don't want it. Why didn't they understand the message that we sent to them with all the polls that we've got, with everything that we've said, with everything that we've done? Why didn't they understand? Well, it's pretty simple. Wait till you see the bills that some of you are already getting for the higher health insurance premiums that you're getting. Wait till you see the 1099s that all of you in independent business are going to have to fill out for anything over $600. A lot of my friends are over-the-road truck drivers. They put $600 worth of fuel at any one time at a truck stop going across the country. They're going to have a separate 1099 just for that fuel stop. They buy tires 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 18 at a time. Again, anything over $600, they're going to have a separate 1099. This is where we're headed now. But if we vote the bums out on November the 2nd, we won't have to worry about it, because there are people right now that will rescind that in Congress. Now, I want to read to you briefly here the oath that our elected officials take. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose or evasion, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter, so help me God. You think anybody's violated that oath lately? Yes. Yeah, you're darn right they have. How about Nancy Pelosi? Okay, I call her the Wicked Witch of the West on my radio show. I call Debbie Wasserman Schultz the Wicked Witch of the Southeast on my radio show. And Harry Reid, Mr. Whatever, remember the war is lost? Remember Harry? The war is lost? I call him the liar from Nevada. Because he says whatever's convenient for him to say at any given moment, and that's it. And then we've got people like Charlie Rangel, Maxine Waters. If that had been you, ma'am, or you, sir, we would have been in jail right now. There wouldn't have been anything else. And look where they've gotten so far. So, how's that hope and change working out for everybody? Okay. Are you still hoping for change?
Change it back. Change
All right. November 2nd. I'm going to start something. We'll see if we can have some people hear us across the street or whatnot. On November the 2nd, we're going to take our country back. Are you ready?
Woo!
Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. Washington, we are coming for you, and we're not going to stop. It's not over November the 2nd. It's over in 2012 when we vote the bum out of the White House that got us into this mess to begin with. And don't let anybody tell you that he didn't have anything to do with it. He's been one of the biggest people that's had something to do with it. And in respect for the day, and in respect for the speaker before me, I had something that was given to me yesterday in New York, and I brought it back with me because I felt it was something that would have some bearing on today. It's a prayer, so if you will, bow your head. Lord, hear my prayer. 343 brave souls went up the steps, never to come back again, so that tens of thousands could live. Amen.
Yeah.